Today's the big day where we finally print what we made in Fusion 360. And if you're new here, welcome to Rookie Engineering. This is episode 7 of teaching you and teaching myself how to do this. Basically, 3D scanning, 3D modeling, and putting it into reality is what this series is about. And we're going to print this beautiful roof wing that I edited, unfortunately, not on camera. So I interpolated a little of this form by just going into edit, right here, and interpolate, which is right here. I don't know what it does, but you could read it right now specifically. It really helped. I don't know how, but it just smoothed things out, and it seems a lot better than it did before. So as you can see, it's not clipping anywhere except these corners, which I don't think should be a problem. And if it is, I'll just sand it down in the future. But how I look at things is that I rather fail quickly so I can learn quickly and then move on, even though if it's a waste of money. So roof wing looks pretty dang good. And last time we exported it into an STL file or some other kind of file, I forgot what it's called, but into a file that we could 3D print. So let's switch to that. So scratch that. Apparently I didn't see this right here. If you scroll down, you see an STL file. So I'm gonna do this and name it STL attempt 6 right here, and then export it to wherever I want to export it. So I made a mistake. I just exported the entire mesh and the wing itself. So let's try to separate it in this specific software. So I think it's split into parts. There you go. And then maybe split into objects. Okay, there you go. The wing is right there and the scan is right there. Perfect. So let's delete the scan. Let's delete the scan and keep the wing. So the wing looks pretty good. It's black, of course, because I'm printing it in PETG, which I need to sync the information for my printer, so PETG. And let's figure out how to cut this up into pieces. So let's make dovetail connection joints. And this is the first time I'm doing this kind of thing. So I have no idea how this is gonna work. All right, I finally figured out the problem. The problem is that the ducktail, which is the triangle like this or trapezoid like this, was too huge. So it was like this. So this triangle thing was too huge and it wasn't separating the places. So we could do it right here like this. I don't know how big it is. That's still huge. So let's move the wing like this, so where it's like flat against this, parallel with this line. And then I can move this way, move it this way. Now we could officially start the cut, which is this, and then rotate the cut angle. Okay, that's not rotate.
Hello.
There you go, rotate like this. 90 degrees, and then can I move it? Can I move it this way, please? Oh, perfect. Perfect. So it's like that. Now you can see that it's like perfectly like that. So the width is a little too much. Let's do like a 2-inch width, and then let's do like a inch like that. Maybe a little bit more. 2-inch by 2-inch? No. 2-inch by... That's not what I wanted. 2-inch like that. So you see that cut right there? It's called a dovetail. Tolerance, yeah, 0.1 millimeters. I'll do a 0.15 and then a 0.15 right there. And then flap angle, let's do 75. 50, no, 60 looks honestly good. And then we could change the height somehow. So height, 200. There you go. All right, so what is this length? Can I measure it? All right, so now we know how to do it. Rotate it, nope, rotate it 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Orientate it this way, right here. And then put the height at whatever the maximum is. So 240. There you go. Perfect. 240 mils from the bottom. Let's move it this way a bit, so right around the center, like this. 25 mil, 50 mil, good tolerance, perform cut. Perfect. So now I gotta figure out how to put this on a different plate, on a secondary plate. So quick Google search later. It's this button right here. So add a plate, and then it's simple as separate into objects maybe, escape. Oh, nope, just put it right here. Simple, perfect. So that looks like it'll fit on that. So let's do the same thing, honestly. So 240 mils seems like a good amount. I'm used to a Fusion and Solid Edge, which is different ways of using the mouse to like change it. So if you see me like struggling like this and like looking around like that, it's because I'm not used to BambuLab. So let's cut this again, like this. 25. This was 50. That's good. That's good. Place on cut, and then let's see. So again, it's like behind. So right here, let's move this toward the center-ish, and then put the height at 240. 240. And then put this way, like around the middle. There you go. Perform cut. Hey, second piece done already. All right, now add another plate. And these are actually really, really big, like these dovetails, but we'll find out if they work or not. I'd rather have them bigger and sturdy than not big and not sturdy, if that makes any sense. All right, so it's tilted a bit, but I'm gonna keep on cutting it, and then we could rotate it, orient it later. So, of course, it's over the bound, I understand, thank you. All right, 25, this was 50, height was 240, and then tolerances are the same, and then move it this way. Perfect, perform cut. So 4 pieces so far. Move this way. I'm really struggling with moving this stuff around. Add build plate, put this right here in the center. Perform the cut once again. 25, 50, that's 60, 15, 15. And then orient it towards the center, like that. It doesn't have to be exact. Perform cut. All right, and 5 pieces, and it looks like we're done. So at the end of this video, I hope to have all of these printed. If not, that'll be the next video, part 2 of episode 7. But let's add another plate. Put this right here. And honestly, seems like that's it. Laid over the bound. Okay. How about now? Over the bound where? All right, let's select the height of this. I have no idea how tall this would be. So that's 1. And then let's do this. 48 degrees, that's not what I wanted. Measure this point. And then measure this point. 238. No, all of them should be around 240 mils. I don't know what's overbound. Oh, this might be. How about that? Okay, what's over? Exceeds the height limit. What's above the height limit? Everything should be 240. Let's place these on the, like that. No? How about like this? I don't know, I messed up somewhere, guys. Yeah, all of them should be around 240 mils because I did it at 240 mils. So let's try this again. So there, and then there. 252. There we go. So basically, the printer can only go up to 250, essentially. So let's redo this entire process, but cut it at 230 just to give some leeway. So I'll be back. Enjoy this time lapse. All right, finally, it seems like we're done. The first thing I'm gonna do is print a corner piece and test it out. So I'm gonna rotate these where they're like this way. I don't know why, it just seems a little bit better, like lengthwise, because it's a 256 mil by 256 mil by 256 mil. I'm gonna print all of them with heavy support so they don't fall over, because I've had a few experiences where I've printed something huge and they've just fallen over. So I don't want that to happen. Just gonna have it like that. I'm gonna print a corner piece, and I want to see how fast they print actually. All right, let's start with the right side driver piece. So let's do this. Support, enable support. I like interference layers that are 3 because it pops off a lot easier. And then slice plate. Let's say how long it takes. I'm gonna guess like 3 hours, 4 hours. So 6 pieces, 4 hours, 24 hours, not bad. So let's get to printing. So I'm gonna set up a time-lapse camera for y'all next to the printers. But if I can't put it all together in this video, I'm extremely sorry. I'll have it in the next video. So enjoy this time lapse and wait till the end of the video to see what happens. So thank you again. If I don't see you again, I'll see you next Sunday. Peace.